combos.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
so I think an important thing to think is like, what kind of combos do you want to draw? So like I see you have like these Diggas and these Stone Claws. I'm not too impressed by the Digga the times I've tried it. It's like it's got two power, and so like let's say it's a 1 mana 2/4 or like a 1 mana 2/7. Like that's a good deal. 1 mana for a 2/7 is pretty good, but a 2 power unit in this game just gets outclassed on the board like immediately. Um,
Ah,
like
okay.
so
Yeah,
it's like a you end up spending an entire draw step on this Digga that like doesn't do a ton in some spots.
okay. I'm gonna get rid of
So
the Digga then.
why don't we start we'll start from a new one instead of
Start a new
deleting this
deck?
one.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Okay.
So we can kind of go through the thought process that I've had so far. Um okay, so I noticed you don't have the stone fur, I think it's called. That's okay. Let's do the set
I'm
one
do
card or set two.
Okay. We another option is we can do like free mode for the tournament today, and just I don't know. I
Do
don't know
you
if that's.
is that what you'd rather do?
Nah. Let's do Gen 2 with the cards I own first, and then maybe later we can make a free
Okay,
mode
sounds
deck. Yeah.
sounds good.
Okay.
So I think right off the bat, that Snowbeak evolution line, I think that's like a staple, like auto include in like pretty much every Gen 2 deck.
Okay.
I think it's just like it's so sick. The Snowbeak, the Ice Eagle, and the Frostwing is just like all three of them are good throughout the entire game. They're like always useful at some point.
Okay.
So from there, you want to kind of visualize as you're building your deck, kind of like a mana curve, and you kind of want to think about like each turn and like what am I going to play on each turn throughout the game.
Okay.
So to do, I think another like really important thing is just making sure you have a lot of card draw. So like that greed card is huge, the Amy. Um,
Yeah, I do usually keep that in my decks.
yeah, I think 2 copies of Amy and 2 copies of Business, which I don't think you have here, but that card's like 3 cents I think
Yeah,
on.
I've got a couple of them.
Oh, you do have Business. Okay, cool. Yeah, that card's great. Um, oh, you have the Gua Princes. Those guys are excellent as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
I I've been doing two of
Now,
those. Mhm.
what about these jelly cards? Jelly, Jello, and Jellord? Is the
I
Hydroblast worth it?
I really like the Jelly Jello. I'm playing the deck list I'm playing right now here, and I can send you my list as well. This is what I'm using right now and how it. I haven't dropped a game with this list yet since I built it, and right now I'm sitting on number one on the ladder. With let me grab you the list. So I do play the jellies and the jellos. Um, I do right now. My current list is doing 2 jellies, and I'm playing 2 cutie bugs alongside the jellies because it's a really nice combo because you can use the cutie bug to make the jelly bigger or to make the opponent's unit bigger, so you can hit it with hydroblast.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so you think is it the cutie pillar
I
or
play
the
the
cute?
cutie bug because
Okay.
the cutie pillar is cheaper, so it's more efficient for the like mana. But the cutie bug, you pay 1 extra mana and you get 3 more points of power. And I think the 3 points of power is really worth it because it just like a 1/1 is never going to kill anything, but a 4/1 like actually is pretty big. It can trade with a lot of things, and it can also uh, pressure the opponent's life total pretty decently.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
There
All
you
right, I'm
go.
gonna get a couple of these.
Dang, these guys are 8 cents now. It's crazy. Price of these are going up. I wanted to do my challenge. So But I think those guys are really the jellies and the key pillars. Those two alone just make like a solid, a kind of core.
Now, do
Just
you
for like
only put jelly in there, or do you put Jello and Jello Word too?
the last version of my deck I was using, I was playing two jelly, one jello, and I was playing two cutie bug, one cutie pillar. Right now, I'm just on the jelly and the cutie bug. I'm not playing any of the others.
Okay.
I think there's you can like make an argument to do them. I think they're good. Like I really like especially if we scroll up a little bit, I forget the name of the bird, the steel wing, I think it's called. Or,
Yeah,
it's
Mechwing.
right. Not
No.
Mechwing is not the one I'm talking about. It's three lines up. If you go up three from where your mouse is, and then all the way to the right,
Ah, this one.
Shadow Steel.
Shadow Steel.
Yeah,
Okay.
this card is really good. I like two of those as well because it lets you search out an evolution at any point.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the new abilities that I hadn't tried yet. I have that Windseeker yet, but
Yeah,
um,
it's really nice, and I like to play and the evolution of that card as well because the Obsidian Wing also has that same Windseeker effect. So what you can do if you play 2-in-1, if you're running low on cards and you think you're going to need extra cards going into a longer game, you can have the Shadow Steel target itself to draw the more expensive version of it, so that you basically draw a free card.
oh wow, that's smart.
It's a cool little combo. I like to think of like the deck as like a toolbox, and the Shadow Steel lets you find what you need in the toolbox.
Yeah. Okay.
That card is like $3, I think, right now. So let's not concern.
Yeah.
I don't think
Okay.
you need to get concerned with that. You don't have Grizzly Fur, I don't think either, right? Um, that's near the top. Yeah, you have next to the bird. You have the baby one. You have the evolution. You don't have the middle one. The middle one is really good. For it's a 4 mana 4/6 and it earthquakes when it hits the board. It's
Mm, which
solid
card
for
is that?
control.
Which card?
Stone Fur, it's called.
Stone Fur. Okay.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like a
just gonna look
dollar, I think.
Stone Fur. Okay. Yeah, it's like $1. Oh, I see. Earthquake for 4 mana and 4/6. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hold off on that. Unless you do you think it's worth it? I mean, fuck it. I'll just buy one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want you to go through like all your coins right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have
I've
the
got enough to build a budget
okay,
deck. Yeah.
cool. Do you have the Mechwing?
Um, no, I don't. I think that's another one that I need. You know, why
I
don't I
would
just start a list of the ones that I might buy?
yeah, that sounds good. That makes sense to me. I think that's a good call.
Okay, so
I,
Mechwing.
I think Mechwing is probably like one of the highest priority cards to buy in the game, just because it's like $2. It's a good amount, especially for like a silver. It's a good amount for a silver, but it's so powerful. Um, the 3 mana 3/6, like the stat line itself is fine. The fact that it's a 3/6 means that it'll survive the AOE from the Gua Prince dying. It'll survive an earthquake pretty reasonably as well. It could attack into something and keep living. So there are a lot of like 3 health units that it can trade into. So like the Snowbeak is a 4/3. It can trade into the Snowbeak pretty well. Um, it trades into all of the 4/1s like the caterpillars pretty well. Like it just does a good job at like holding the board and keeping a lot of pressure on the opponent.
Okay.
These Firons that you have are pretty good. I think it depends how much you like to gamble, but it I like to think of this card as the best card in the game when it hits, and then it kind of sucks when it doesn't. But like
Yeah.
80% of the time, it's the best card in the game, so it's pretty good.
Okay. I'll put a few of those in there.
You can even go like one Igni Steel if you want as well, and if you ever need it, you can search it out with the wind readers.
With the what?
With the wind reader, the effect that lets you search out the evolutions, so like that
Oh,
shadow steel that we put
Windseeker?
in earlier.
I think it's
Yeah,
Windseeker.
it's
Yeah.
Windseeker. I said wind reader. I'm sorry. There used to be a card in another game I played called Wind Reader Zell, and that card was like so good you'd like always die to it. So I'm just used to calling it
Oh,
Wind Reader.
yeah, yeah. No, I played Hearthstone a little bit before this, and I think they swapped around some of the names with the Hearthstone cards, but yeah. Um,
That was a fun one too. I played that one a lot. You see Woofa? He's right next to Boopa Snoop. Down
yeah,
right there.
yeah, yeah.
This guy is sick, dude. He's 3 mana for a 4/5. We call that a Yeti in the business. A 4 mana 4/5 is a Yeti. This guy is a 3 mana Yeti with upside. He's crazy.
Okay, okay. And then Boopa Snoot in there too.
You could play Boopa Snoot. I was playing two for a while. My most recent list, I am no longer playing the Boopa Snoot. The reason being is because I noticed a lot of my games would go to deck out. Like me and opponent would run out of cards. And in those situations, you just want a higher density of raw value in your deck. So I cut out the Boopa Snoots so that my raw I just wouldn't draw 1 mana cards. Um
Yeah.
and I would only draw like higher value stuff. But I think you could get away with playing it. I think like Boopa Snoot's a good card. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm sad that I cut him out of the deck. I just think it was necessary evil
Mhm.
for what I was trying to do. Um
Okay.
if you go up all the way to the top, there's a card called Speedy. I think you only have one
Yes,
copy of
I've
him.
seen a few of those played against me, and they're pretty devastating.
Yeah, I got smacked up by it quite a few times. A lot of the games I lost, my opponent would play Speedy and Stonefur against me, and I would just eventually get buried. And at some point, I was just like, you know what? I got to put these two cards in my deck.
Yeah, definitely. There we go. All right. I'm trying to think of what I would do here. Like, I like to
Yeah,
use
that,
Glidefin and Galefin because they have rush. They can attack quickly. I don't know if that's a useful ability anymore, or
no, Rush is definitely a good ability. You can get away with playing them like they're fine. The Glidefin I don't like that much. The 4 mana one, it's a 4 mana 6/5, right?
yeah.
The Galefin is pretty decent. I just wanna, and I'm sure you already know, but the Galefin is just strictly weaker than the Ocho. I don't know if you know that card.
Oh, the Ocho. Yeah, I've seen that a few times.
Yeah, but he's a $20 card. You're basically paying $20 for an extra point of health, which is
Okay.
like it could be useful sometimes, but other times it won't be. Um,
Hmm.
but just know, like as you're playing that, you are sacrificing a handful of percentage points just because you're playing the budget option. Yeah, and then the Lady Shot is really good. Ladacia, the
Yeah.
deer. I think just maxing out on these redemption cards are really good. They really do a lot to help you control the board, especially when you have the Stone Furs to go along with them. They help out quite a bit.
Okay.
So let's take a look. What does our mana curve look like right now? So we have the 1/1 cost unit, which is okay. You don't play anything on turn one. Um, 2-drop slot, you have the Speedy and the Snowbeaks because I mean business is good sometimes. Jelly, I don't really consider a 2-drop. Let me see from my list. What are we not playing? Oh, we're not playing the Cutie Bug. That's the 2-drop we're not playing. That's okay.
Okay. I just gotta refresh the page, and that'll be there. But
Yeah, you'd have
I don't want
to
to like
if you
save it halfway.
yeah just put in like all the otherworldly
Ordinals.
cards and just cut them all out. All right, so we should have. Whoops.
Oh, shoot. Now I'm taking out the wrong cards. Rhea, Neptunia,
The
Infernus,
Infernus and the Arctic
Chorus.
one,
Yeah.
and I think that's all of it.
Yeah. Then I'll put in another Speedy
Oh, dude,
and
that's so pretty. That egg you have
Cutie-Bug.
there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this
How, how,
grunt egg
how'd you
right
get
here.
that? You won that from one of the weekend tournaments?
Yeah, I think so. If I
Yeah,
recall correctly, yeah, that's. And I
that's so
also
pretty,
have
dude.
a. Thank you. I've also got a
The
Vuda.
Vuda, I see.
Yeah, and it's got
That's so.
like it doesn't say the ability on there. It says four dashes and whatever. It's kind of cool.
His ability is what?
Nothing. There's no ability.
Oh, he doesn't have any ability.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it's displayed differently on this card.
gotcha.
All right, Gen 2. Um,
Let's go to the top maybe and just go top down.
okay.
Oh, that stone fur that you have there. You definitely want to put
Oh yeah,
get
the
that in
stone
there.
fur. I got one of those. Um,
We got 30 out of 35 right now.
yep.
Okay, so we're getting there for sure. I definitely would recommend a second stone fur. I think that card is pretty good. But I also really recommend the whirlwind bird, the mech wing.
Mhm. I
That card,
just.
that card just it solves a lot of problems. Like it's like a break in case of emergency kind of thing, and it's also really useful. Just it's really flexible. Your opponent plays like a Frostwing, and you're like, okay, you can have that Frostwing, but just put it back in your hands, and then it's a problem for later. It's not a problem for right now. Um,
Yeah.
it like buys you a free turn in a way.
Okay. Yeah, I've definitely seen the mech wing used a couple times before, and it takes away some of my big cards, and I hate it.
Yeah, and what I'll do sometimes, like if I play a mech wing out and there's nothing, sometimes you don't have a good opportunity to like use mech wing on your opponent's thing, but that's okay because like sometimes I'll have a Woofa and the Woofa has lost its Aegis and it's also taken a little bit of damage. So I'll just put the Woofa back in my hand and replay it and I'll recycle it for later. So you basically
Oh,
it's like you
genius.
draw a new card. Or
Yeah.
you sometimes I'll play Ocho out, I'll kill something with Ocho and then I'll put the Ocho back in my hand and save it for later.
Oh, that's clever. Yeah.
That's it's useful. Because this game the games go very long. They're very value oriented, so you just want ways to buy that extra value. Basically, you can also use it to if you have like a jelly in your hands and a cutie bug in play, you can bounce the cutie bug back to your hand and then replay the combo to kill something.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's pretty flexible. It's a lot more flexible than it might look at on the surface. It doesn't. Your cards don't only have to be used like in the strictly intended way. You know what I mean?
Right.
So let's see. We have 58 or no, 38. You still have those two Arctics there.
Yeah.
So you have 29 cards. Why did I think we had more?
I'm missing one that I forgot what it was. It was the cutie bug, stone fur, and I think I have to put the mech wing in, but there was one more.
Yeah, the Mech Wing's there. I just saw it. Um, a Woofa? Do you have Woofa in here? Yeah, you have one Woofa. A second Woofa would be pretty good. I think that card is probably like one of the best three drops in the game,
Okay.
just because it the Aegis allows it to survive a redemption popping, and the 5 health also allows it to survive redemption. So it's like one of the few three drops in the game that can attack into a redemption unit and still live. If not the only one that can do that.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to see what else. You bought the one speedy, I think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
got
got an
that. I
extra
just put
speedy
that
in
back
there.
in. Should I put Smacky in, or you think
I
it's
don't
worth
think
it?
so. I try to stay away from playing the 8 health units just
Yeah.
because I don't want to give my opponent a free Hydro Blast. So I just
Right.
opt to not play any eight power units or 8 health units. Let's see, we're at 32, so we need 3 slots. Some people play Cryo Slice. I think that card's pretty good.
Oh
Um,
yeah, with the blizzard, right?
yeah, I don't play that one on my list, but that one is pretty good.
Let me see if there's any more that I like recently bought that I want to use. This. What about this Sandhopper? Is that good? 4 mana, 3 4 hard.
Um, what I'll what I will ask you in response instead of answering your question is look at the Sandhopper and then look at Woofa and then tell me what you would rather have in play.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can see that's definitely way more worth it.
Yeah, it's a mana cheaper. It's got a better stat line, and it's got the extra Aegis on top of it.
Yeah.
You have Wormy.
What
It's
about this
cool. I
Berry card? This is the same as the Gale fan, I think.
Yeah, you can play that one instead of Galefin and just flex on people with your $150 card.
Should I take one out or should we just
I,
roll with this?
you could roll with this if you want. We could see how this goes. We could add. I would recommend probably adding another Stone Fur. I would probably recommend adding the one copy of Obsidian Wing. That's the one that evolved from the Shadow Steel.
Okay.
And then like maybe try to find cop instead of having Cryo Slice, maybe play the the Guaking and stuff like that. But those are more expensive cards. And then obviously like the Galefin, you can easily upgrade for the Ocho,
Okay.
and you'll end up with a pretty solid list, I think, by the end of it.
Okay, cool.
But I think this should be pretty solid if you want to try this out and see how it goes.
Yeah, let's just try it out. Okay. Um, I guess I'll just queue up for a game and then you can kind of critique me if you see me doing any misplays or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds good. So I guess what we could do is
Your
what we'll
game
do
has
is when the
started.
turn starts, you'll tell me what you want to do, and then we'll talk about it a little bit.
Okay. I'm just gonna end my turn.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy turn, I think. Oh, we're playing against Broadnick. Broadnick's pretty good. I wish we could emote our opponent and say hello to him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that really fast speedy, that turn 2 speedy, that's pretty good, huh? Because he's got 5 health.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. I I don't even know if the Snowbeak is like actually good here.
Yeah, I can't kill the speedy, and all I would be able to do is attack his face, right?
So let's take a moment. So opponent took their first turn to play a Speedy out, right? Maybe they're expecting us to play something like a Greed card this turn, and they have like another Speedy. They would only coin out. They would only play the Lily that turn if they have a second 2-drop to play. Is basically what I'm getting at. So odds are they have a second Speedy or a second Ice Wing in their hands. So it's our job to figure out how we're gonna not get blown out by that. And I think
Okay.
Potentially what your best option might be is to try to either just kind of sandbag this turn. I think playing the Snowbeak onto this board doesn't do a lot because they just get to trade into it with the Speedy and it lives with 1 life. But you could try to take it slow and potentially go for the Ladasha or the Woofa next turn into Stone for the turn after. The only concern with that is they might have the Whirlwind card and put the Ladasha back into your hand, which would be annoying. But I would just pass the turn here. I wouldn't look to play anything here.
Okay.
You could play the Snowbeak, but it's just you're basically giving up the card for free.
Yeah. Now, sometimes I like to tell myself that, like, oh, him attacking the Snowbeak will save 3 health in my phase and delay my death 1 turn or something like that. I don't know, is that...
Yeah, but health only matters when the last one is gone. So
Yeah.
health is a resource that you're okay spending.
Okay.
So we were right. Opponent did play out they did play out another 2-drop like we were thinking. So here you have 3 solid options. I think you can go for a Woofa if you want to take it a little slower. You can go for the Ladasha if you want to just go Ladasha Stone for a next round. Or you can gamble a little bit and play Firon, which I think that might be your weakest play out of all your options. I think the Woofa or the Ladasha are probably your strongest options here.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Woofa then.
Okay, that sounds good.
So why wouldn't you do the Fyron to like eliminate
Because
his?
it's got a 20% chance to miss, so that's like an extra risk we're taking that when we don't have to take the 20% to miss risk. And on top of it, it doesn't really threaten their board all too much either, I don't think. Like the 4 power unit isn't doing an insane amount.
Yeah.
Hmm. How lucky are you feeling here? You think you can win a coin flip?
Yeah.
You think you're gonna win a coin flip? If you're gonna win the coin flip, you go for a Woofa and then, or you play the Stone Fur, and then you just wipe the board. But you have to hit a 50-50 on the Shadow Steel, so I don't know how lucky you're feeling about that.
Right.
But
Um.
if you do get it, it's a full board clear, and you're looking like you're in a nice position after that. But you could also take it more safe as well here.
Could I
If you
do like the Boopa Snoot and Ladasha maybe?
Booper Snoot and Ladasha, that would let you trade it into the Speedy. You'd keep Woofa alive. You'd keep the Boopa Snoot, and you'd keep the Ladasha. So they'd be like obligated to. They'd basically be able to clear your whole board, and you get to keep a Boopa Snoot in play, which is like that's okay. Um, I think you could do that if you want to go for that. We only have 10 seconds, so we have to make a play. And
Do
then
I
I would have Woofa kill Speedy here.
Speedy? Got it.
Yeah, so he gets to clear the whole board, and you get to keep your Boopa Snoot in play. We're pretty low on cards, I think, compared to the opponent here. We had 4 mana last round, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what other options we could have done. The Stone for option might have been good, like going for the 50-50.
Okay.
But he's just committing to the board. This is actually pretty good for us, I think. Cool. So they actually put us in the exact same position as last turn, where we can take that 50-50 again. Or we could, we have an even better option. So actually tell me what you're thinking first before I just...
Okay. I would probably do like a combustion here, and then I would maybe use this Ignis Steel
Yeah, I
against
like
the
that.
Ice Eagle.
That's what I'd do too. I think this is a good opportunity to fire it off. 80% of the time, we're pretty happy with what happens.
And then attack this one probably.
Yeah, that looks good to me. Now he was able to maneuver around our Lidation pretty well, so he is going to be able to get good value out of the Speedy Bug. But it's okay. We're down a card. We need to draw more cards. So hopefully these greed things start showing up for us soon.
Yeah, we've got 2 Ammies and 2 business in the deck. Yeah, so playing that Gua King, that kind of stops me from committing to playing a bunch more low health cards on my board, right?
Yeah, it definitely is kind of slowing us down a lot here. And it's got so much health that it's like nothing that we have cleanly answers what it's doing. I think your play here, your best line is just trade with Ignisteel, play the Stone for it to just remove it, and
Okay.
we keep a 4-2 in play.
Okay.
It doesn't feel great, but I think it's the best thing we got here.
Oh,
I don't think we can look to spend extra cards here just
yeah.
because we really need to start drawing cards. Like we can't spend our hand because we have so few resources. We don't want to give him opportunities to get free 2-for-1s on us. We need to get 2-for-1s on him to get to pull ahead on card advantage right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we need that. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, we're feeling the pain from not drawing greed cards. He's already drawn so many. The Galefin has 5 health, right?
Yeah.
He's played one walking. Did he play another redemption unit yet? I think he played one, right?
No, I think we played one. We played Ladacia, I think.
Yeah, we did play one Ladation. I thought he might have played one, but I don't remember. But basically, if we think he doesn't have another one, a decent option would be Snowbeak plus Galefin and just clean up the board and we keep 3 units in play. But it gets like destroyed by him having a stone fur of his own as well.
Right.
But we have so few cards that I just don't think we have like a ton of options right now. We just haven't drawn any card draw.
Yeah. Would you not do Guains here?
You know, that's actually maybe a good option. So you could have Stone for a trade with the Amy, and then you can go Gua Prince and Snowbeak and clean up the board. That's a solid option. So this makes it hard for him to develop. And we're just crossing our fingers. We draw a greed card. We have 4 greed cards and 2 wind seekers. So we're 1 and 4 to draw one at this stage. And it's decent odds we find one. And the first one helps you find the second, and the second helps you find the third. We're down 3 cards. That's the really scary thing. Is he's got 9 in hand. We have 4 in hand plus 2 in play.
I see.
So we're
Yeah.
just down so many. But if we can weather the storm and somehow make it through all this, yes, he's gonna do this. Yeah, this is annoying. This is what I was a little concerned about last round, was that if we go for that other line, we just gotta like get 2 for 1, 3 for 1 by these redemption units. All right, so the easy play is we're just gonna top deck Amy. Is what's gotta happen here.
Okay.
Yeah, Amy, and then Amy is gonna draw us the Shadow Steel, and we'll be all good.
Shit.
Well, guess we take the 4 face damage, and then we don't have any card draw. This is so brutal. Yeah, I think it's just go face with the Quanice and have Snowbeak trade so that you wipe the board. And then just Galefin plus Quanice, and we really just need to draw gas. If we don't get it, we're just going to lose this soon. But we are keeping the board presence. Like we're at 5. We have 5. He's got 9. But we're on the board. He's not on the board.
Oh, I see.
And as long as we can keep playing stuff, we'll be okay. But if we don't find these greed cards soon, we're going to be in trouble. He hits it. Okay, perfect. That's what we needed. You have enough mana to go speedy fire on, but then like we pretty much lose the game to him having a redemption play.
I think he still has one.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Brodnik plays 2 Guanice, 2 I think he plays 2 Guanice, 2 Stone for 2 Guakings and the Lidacia. I think he plays all of them. So I think it's pretty likely he's gonna have one if we go in like that.
Now, maybe I could use. Oh, I don't know.
I think it's just gonna be looking like a Fire on here this turn.
Okay. On the mech wing.
It's either the mech wing or the enemy Fire on. I think both are acceptable. The enemy Fire on lets you play your Guanice. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I would just chill out here. I don't think we gain a lot from playing into this board right now. We need to kind of slow things down a little bit and find our card draw. So we've got 3 more greeds in our deck. So now we're 1 and 7 to find one. And then the two steel wings. So we're 1 and 4 still to find another card that cycles, basically.
Okay.
Okay. This is fine. Maybe he commits a little bit more to the board here. That'd be great. Yeah, we'd love him to play like 1 or 2 more small things here. And the thing that we can keep in mind about him is he's already played 2 Amy's. He's played 1 business. Oh, interesting. He's played 2 Amy's, he's played 1 business, and he's played 1 Shadow Steel. So he's only got a couple more cards in his deck right now. So things might be turning around for us somewhat soonish.
Okay.
What do you like here in this position?
The first thing I notice is I can do the jelly and cutie bug combo if I need to, but maybe a Guaince here.
Yeah, I think the Guap Prince looks pretty good here. And then you can just chill out there, go face for 2 damage, and just make him deal with it. We'll take 7 damage, and then he's gonna have to pop it, and he'll be ahead on the board because he's gonna have a whole turn to develop. But like you mentioned, we have the cutie bug jelly combo to remove whatever threats he could play. Not the end of the world. We just spend a little bit more health this way. But we could still do the play next turn, I think, again.
Okay.
And he's actually committing more resources to the board for the Guaprins to take out. Oh. That's actually really not good. But what are we gonna do? We can't do anything about it. So I think here And that's a tricky spot. I think you can just take the jelly.
Take the jelly and hit Glacetti.
Yeah, the question is before you take the jelly, do you take the Fire on the Obsidian Wing too?
I think so.
I don't love. Yeah, you might have to. I don't love it because it's our last Fire on, and it's gonna die to the Guanice for free. Like, I don't know if we have enough cards to do it, but I think I would just do Jelly Guanice here.
Okay.
And just kind of, as we do this play, it's just kind of like acknowledging and accepting that like we're in a pretty tough position at this point. We've only found 1 of our card draw cards. We're like halfway through the deck already. We just have no card draw, and we're falling behind on board and on cards. So we just have to take desperation plays that are going to buy us as much value as possible, because we need value right now, like desperately. We can't afford to we are forced to be greedy. We can't afford to be aggressive with our cards right now. And he has that. Yeah, I think there's not a ton we can do here. We're just getting dunked.
Oh, I have an idea. Watch this. Should I
Can I
cutie
blow up
bug
your own
this
guy?
guy and then jelly it? That would clear so much.
It clears the whole board except for the one obsidian wing. That's actually like that's good. Or you can be even greedier and you can fire on your own Guanice and blow up the board that way. And that lets you
Ooh.
save the jelly cutie combo for later, and then we don't give up 2 cards to his redemption. We only give up 1 card to it. That's gonna keep us in the game. I think we got to
Okay.
do it.
If I
Yeah, this is a
fire on
spicy
the
play.
Guains,
Yeah, we always hit the 100% chance. Yeah, now we hit him with the speedy berry.
oh, with the speedy berry, okay.
I'm
Oh my
gonna
god.
I'm gonna hit the clip button on that one. That was pretty. Dude, he's drawn all 4 of his green cards. Where are ours? Come on, man.
Down to 3 cards here.
We're down to 3. We just need 1. He's 7 cards deeper in the deck than we are, man.
Oof, it's coming down to the wire here.
And we're dying because of these left cards, dude. It's so brutal. And he does, of course, this turn. Okay, there we go. So I think you have to take the jelly combo here on this. That feels awful though. We're so far behind on cards. You can have Galefin trade into Guanice, and you can have Speedy trade into Amy. But then we're literally out of cards. We just have like actually nothing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think I have to do this at least.
Yeah. It's done a little bit in the wrong order here, but because we needed the Galefin to trade
Oh,
first so that we don't lose the Speedy.
oops. Oh, well.
It's okay. Not the end of the world. I would take the okay, it's okay. I was gonna say we should take out Speedy now, but since
Oh,
we went that angle, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world.
alright.
Yeah, we're just down 7 cards. I think we would have won this if we had 1 more greed card this game. That shadow skill looks so nice.
It's a tournament card, huh?
I wonder what tournament. There it is, just in time. Let's draw some cards. Yeah, and we're just dead now. I don't think this is necessarily our fault. I think our deck just was not very kind to us this game.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what if I do this?
Oh wait,
That helps, right?
yeah, but we're still dead.
Oh, shoot. I could have done 2 cutie bugs and then I would have been saved, maybe.
Yeah, but we're just out of cards still.
Yeah.
It's like the same position. He's just gonna. We just didn't cycle. Opponent has more cards. He has almost as many cards drawn extra than he has cards in his deck left. Like he's just drawn such a critical mass of cards over us that we can't really overcome it.
Huh. Okay.
It's all right.
Interesting,
Not the end.
though. I feel like I learned a lot that game. Let's try it again.
Sounds good. What do you
Your
think you learned
game
that
has
game?
started.
Um, that every card matters. Like, there's no, I don't know. It's just interesting how you know, the card draw matters and the trading matters, and it's like all of it matters, and there's no shortcuts really.
Yeah, this game is a lot about just grinding out incremental value over your opponent, and eventually that incremental value will take over the game. All right, so we got a great start this time. We actually have our card draw.
Should I pull the greed? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. We don't care if he gets the free card. He gets like the free trade with his. Like that doesn't matter because we have Ladesha to clean up whatever happens anyway,
Okay,
or we have
nice.
Speedy to clean things up. We've got a lot of options. Yeah, he doesn't even want to take it. Hmm. Now you could play Speedy and try to control the board, or play Ladesha and try to control the board. I like being greedy here and just having business take away the Aegis on Boopasnoop, just killing him, and then just playing Amy again, and just getting the maximum number of cards in our hand as soon as possible, so that we have as many options as possible going forward in the game.
Cool.
And like, yeah, Amy's gonna die to Boopasnoop. Big deal. We have Speedy to clean up the Snowbeak. Oh, nice. I think you know what to do.
Um,
If you need any advice, let me know. But I think you can figure it out.
do I do the cutie bug and jelly?
On the Woofa, yeah. Yeah, that's a high value target. So he does still have the Lily in his hand.
Okay. Hey, look at this. I could just do Ignis Steel on the Stone Fur and then trade jelly into Ice Eagle.
You could, but before you do that, that does open you up to a 20% chance to fail.
Oh yeah.
Whereas Cryo Slice on the Ice Eagle is guaranteed. You get to kill his Ice Eagle and you develop a 7/7, which is even stronger on the board than the 6/6 is.
Okay, that's a good point.
I like to think of the combustion cards as like a break in case of emergency type of card.
Yeah. Okay. I remember you saying that. Now I know. Now I know why.
Yeah, because you don't want to take 20% risks to lose the
Yeah.
game unless you like
Right.
have to.
Right. That makes sense.
Or if you're in a position where like you're far enough ahead that like if you miss the 20%, it's like, oh well, I have other options. I can still play out of it. You don't want to play yourself into a position where like if I hit the 20% and I fail, I'm in a lot of trouble. You want to make sure you avoid those kinds of situations.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm kind of thinking Ladesha here.
It doesn't seem bad, the Ladesha, but I'm just trying to think what other options that we might have. Um, oh, I see a good option. I'll give you a second to see if you see it. Okay. So what
No.
I'm thinking you can do. Oh, what was that?
No, I don't know. Just tell me.
Okay. So what I'm thinking you can do is you can go the Ice Eagle on the Stonefur, and you can kill it with Speedy. And then you develop three. We have three
Oh.
units in play with over 5 power or 5 health. It's a pretty beefy board for him to deal with.
Okay.
And now if the Ice Eagle lives into our next turn, we can have Ice Eagle attack something and survive. So it'll get to kill something for free and live. And then you can target it with Shadow Steel and evolve it into the Ice Eagle. Or into the Frost Feather or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah,
Feather.
yeah, the big one.
Frostwing.
Final
I think it's
evolution.
called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Frostwing.
So the decision to not play the Ladacia, I know the Ladacia like looked kind of good on that board, but actually, if we think about how it would have played out, he would have just been able to trade away his whole board into ours. So he would be able to wipe our board and then kill the Ladacia. So it wouldn't actually get all too much value. I don't think.
Ah, okay, I see. I see what you mean. Um,
So we have that play available to us that we talked about last round, where the Ice Eagle can trade into something. So maybe like the Frost Yeti. And then we can Shadow Steel and evolve it.
oh, that's right, yeah. Oh, that's really dope.
And now that we saw what we draw, what do you think here?
Um, I kind of want to attack the Ocho with the Cryo Slice, but I feel like that's, I don't
I
know.
like that also.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just lets us get extra value out of our card, right?
Yeah. And then the business with the Speedy.
Mm-hmm. And then you can go Speedy or Snowbeak. I don't think Wolfa is the play. I think you want to remove the other thing that you left up, just so that that business can't kill our Cryo Slice for free. He's going to have to do something else to remove it. He's going to
Okay.
have to work for it. Now, a redemption play would be pretty decent from him, but it wouldn't even be the end of the world if he has it. The Earthquake play is pretty okay. The good thing is our Shadow Steel and our Speedy lived. That's the really important part. Hmm. So we can just take a stock here for a moment. Opponents at 5 cards in hand, 2 in play. We're at 8 cards in hand, 2 in play. So we're definitely winning on the card advantage front. So we just want to keep that going for as long as we possibly can. So from here forward, our goal should be how do we extend the lead that we have? And I'll ask you, how do you think you do that? And once we have 30 seconds left, I'll start talking.
Okay, I think I've got to attack Barry against Stonefur here. I think that
That
would
is
be
an
a good
option.
move. And then maybe Speedy against Ocho. But also, he's going to be forced to attack my minions, I think. Maybe I could just go for his face and...
I think
Uh,
going for face maybe isn't the best play.
no.
What I like here is playing Cryo Slice on his Stonefur, having Frostwing kill the Stonefur for free, and then you can play Woofa, and then have Speedy kill the Ocho. So let's try
Okay.
that because we only have 15
Yeah.
seconds. Yep, Speedy into Ocho, and then get that Woofa down. And this play, look at how threatening our board is. It's like Woofa is hard to remove,
Yeah.
Frostwing is hard to remove, and
Yeah.
Cryo Slice is really big. So like, if you're your opponent, how do you develop into this? Like, it's really tough. The best thing he could possibly have is 2 redemption units here. Okay, that's not too bad. What do you like here?
I kind of like attacking this Snowgaze with Woofa. That looks like a pretty good deal. And then,
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
and then, maybe just Cryo Slice, Frostity. And then,
You could also play the Snowbeak to remove the Frost Yeti as well,
okay.
and then push 7 to the face here.
I think, oh, that's a good idea.
Or you can actually just play a Barry and push Barry and Cryo Slice to the face here, and just have Snowbeak remove. Yeah, now we really turn up the pressure. I'm a little concerned to just play out the Ladatias because I don't want to give the option to him where he goes like, you could play one if you want. You don't have to. I'm just a little concerned that he does a play where he puts 2 redemption units in play, and then kills our redemption unit to pop his, and wipes our whole board. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's actually pretty good for us because it lets us get the health back on the Frostwing. So from this point forward, your goal should just be to continue to extend your lead. Oh, I see. So he's kind of forking us here a little bit. We have to wipe his board somehow. Basically, we want to figure out how we extend our lead without giving him as many cards as possible. So here, we would want to figure out what's the most efficient way to remove his board.
Okay.
What would be the most efficient way? I'm actually not even sure. You definitely need to get rid of the Gua Prince here. So maybe send the Woofa into that. Oh, and we have 9 mana?
Yeah.
Okay, so we actually have a decent option. You could go Snowbeak into Woofa. And then you can go Galefin on top of it. Or you can go Snowbeak and Frostwing. You have a few options. And then Barry into the Mechwing, and then face with the Cryo Slice. You could play one of those redemptions if you want, since he
Oh.
showed us that he had one. It's okay. It's not the end of the world.
Alright.
Wow, he goes full send. Alright, you think you're lucky? You think you'll hit the Ignis Steel? Or you think you'll miss
Yeah,
it?
I think I'm gonna hit
Okay.
it. Damn. Okay.
That's tough.
I can take both of these out just by trading, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can
And then
play a Ladacia.
yeah, I think that's what we got. We do have 2 Cutie Bugs in the deck still to heal. And he's played so many rushes, I can't imagine he's got 13 more points of rush damage in his deck. But I could be very wrong about that. The good thing is we're still up 2 cards on the opponent. It's just about figuring out how we extend this lead. We're gonna have to figure out how we get the Frostwing down safely. I think he played 1 Mechwing so far, right? Yeah, he played 1 on the Mechwing earlier, on the Frostwing earlier. So we just have to make sure that we're playing it on a turn where if he has the second one, it doesn't just kill us.
Okay.
That's annoying.
he's got a Frostwing now, right? Because he just Windseekered the Ice Eagle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So probably removing the Ice Eagle is your best bet then.
Okay.
How lucky do you feel now? You missed one. You think you're gonna hit the second one? Because what you can do is you can bounce the Ignisteel back to your hand and replay it to remove one of these. I think it's actually like kind of decent if you hit it.
I'm gonna do it.
We missed one. We never missed two. It's just how it's impossible.
Now, do I hit his face with this Ladation, or do I
No,
attack?
we can't afford to take 6 damage here.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And then we got the Boopa Snoot. Part of why I didn't want to use the Mechwing on either of his two cards is I didn't want to let him recycle the effect on it.
That's a good point. He would have had Blizzard. He'd be able to freeze me again.
All right, we got to hit again with this Fire on. We just gotta. There's no such thing as 20%. It's impossible.
Should I attack with this guy?
Yeah, just give him up. He's not useful to us anymore. And then play. Okay.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, we definitely needed a Walk Prince in play here. Because that would have relieved a lot of pressure for us to get the Frostwing into play, which we really need to do soon. We're still okay on the board. We have 3 solid units, so I think we won't get punished. He's only down to 3 cards. I don't think we're going to get punished, but that is we definitely did want to play one of those there. Oh wow. So what's happening here? Okay, this is okay. So what do you think? I'll let you try to figure out how you defuse this bomb here, and then I'll tell you how afterwards.
I think I would attack. I would probably do these two into the Gua King, and then this one into the Gua Ince, and then play a Gua Ince.
So let's start by playing our own Lidatia here. Or actually, this is fine. I was gonna say the Gua Prince, but you actually don't have the Gua King to search anyway with the Shadow Steel. So let's do this.
Oh yeah, this would have killed this Fire Run anyway.
Yeah. So let's have Boopa Snoot bump into Fire Run. Or into hit. Yeah, Boopa Snoot bump into Boopa Snoot. My mistake.
That one? Okay.
Yeah. And now you can send Fire On into the Gua King. Or actually, you could just have. Does this work? Yeah. Fire On into Gua King is what you have to do here. And then just trade again with anything and wipe the whole board. And then go Shadow Steel Gua Ice. Just plan, go 2 seconds ago. We don't get our card draw. It's okay. Oh no.
Oh, could I have Windseekered myself?
Yeah, you could have.
Shadow Steel? Okay.
Okay, so the Gua Prince clears by trading into Gabi. And then you can go Frostwing. And now we're dead to a lot of things at this point. Okay. So we need to clear here. So Shadow Steel and Frostwing can trade. Just Shadow Steel into the front, the one in front of it, and then yeah. And now we just draw cards. Hope we find something good. That doesn't help us right now. Doesn't really help us either. Alright. Hopefully we draw something good.
Oh, he had the vortex.
It's alright. I think that turn that we didn't play one of those 3-drops, there were 2 times
Yeah.
where we had the opportunity to play one and we just passed. I think that might have buried us on some of those turns.
Okay. Note taken. Um, Alright, well, this has been fun. I think we can schedule another one sometime soon. Maybe tomorrow or soon. I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe tomorrow and the day after I might not be able, but maybe I'll be able. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll have to see. But yeah, we can figure something out.
Yep. I'll send you a message, or you send me a message. And then we can set up like a tournament deck for that day or something because we didn't really do that today.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Sounds good, man. I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. Talk to you soon.